My dear friends, welcome to Rajashekhar classes on applied data science with Python. This is lecture number 85. In this lecture, we will try to understand variance and standard deviation. In my previous lecture, I already discussed about mean deviation. If you take square of the mean deviation, then you will get squared mean deviation. The variance is simply sum of the square of mean deviation divided by the count of the data points. Sum of the square mean deviation sets in the numerator divided by the count of the data points, that gives you variance. Just see this one, that's what it says. Just see, I have a data set 5, 9, 16, 17, 8. We know how to calculate mu. I already discussed 5 plus 9 plus 16 plus 17 plus 8 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's population. I am dividing with 5. That is, you will get mu 13. We have calculated in my previous lecture. 5 minus 13, 9 minus 13, 16 minus 13, 17. Isn't it? That's what it says. Let me say, otherwise, let me recall my previous lecture. In the case of mean absolute deviation, we have taken positive values. That's what we discussed, isn't it? Instead of minus 8, we consider it as plus 8, minus 4, plus 4, like that, isn't it? Instead of mod value, here we are taking square. Why we have to take square? What's the reason? Now, we are going to square it. We are squaring the deviation, isn't it? If you take deviation, we have got advantages, two major advantages. One advantage is you can remove the negative sign. Second advantage is when the deviation is less, when you square it, more the deviation. Means I can say like this. If how can I say? Let me say like this. If I take square, its value will increase, isn't it? It is something like giving higher penalty for higher deviation values. If there is a deviation, we are squaring, means we are giving more penalty, isn't it? First one is you can remove that negative sign. Second one is by squaring, for deviation you are imposing more penalty, isn't it? Anyway, how will it be? We will try to understand. Anyway, just see this example: 8 square minus 8 square minus 4 square. This is sigma x minus mu whole square. How many? This n is population size. How many numbers? There are 5 numbers. 130 by 5. That is 26. This is, let me say, this 5, 9, 16, 17 is 18. These are population. I can say this is population variance. Now, we will try to understand population standard deviation. Just compare this slide with the previous slide so that you can understand. Let me say like this. If you square off the mean deviation, otherwise let me say like this. The standard deviation is simply the square root of the variance. So you take the formula for variance, put it under the square root sign, and that will give you the standard deviation of your data. Just see here, this is sigma is standard deviation, sigma square is variance. Just I am putting sigma square in square root, that will give standard deviation. Here 26 is sigma square, under root of 26, that is 5.1, that is standard deviation. Standard deviation has got its own advantage compared to variance. We will discuss in future data science classes. Let me proceed further. There is something like sample variance. Just observe this formula. Just compare this sample variance with your population variance. It's here you must understand one important thing, that is n minus 1. Let me spend few minutes time on this concept. Anyway, this you can understand. This is, what is this? This is sample. How many numbers are there in sample? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just if I add, I am getting 7092 by 4. That is x bar. What is my x bar here? 7092 by 4. That is x bar. 2398 minus x bar 1844. These are the deviations from the mean. This is whole square, this is summation. Just I am dividing. There are 4 numbers, n minus 1, 4 minus 1, 3. This is my sample variance. Here we are interested to understand why we are using n minus 1, whereas in the case of population we were using n. Just let me say like this. Now it's common practice to tweak your denominator. This term you must understand, tweak your denominator. What is my denominator here? N minus 1. Earlier in the case of population we had n. In the place of n I am writing n minus 1 for sample, means it's a tweak. Tweak means I am correcting. This is a correction. Isn't it? A little bit, let me repeat. Now it's a common practice to tweak your denominator a little bit to use n minus 1 rather than n, which is size of the data. This improves our estimate of the variance, and this tweak or this correction is called Bessel's correction. You must understand this correction. Just remember, this correction is known as Bessel's correction, isn't it? Bessel's correction. When we talk of descriptive statistics, the most common set of statistics is to represent any set of numbers is typically mean and variance. Anyway, let me justify this n minus 1 in more precise manner. Let me say like this. This is sample variance. How can I say? A formula is same, but only thing is you are dividing by n minus 1. Why we are dividing by n minus 1? The reason is to make the variance as the unbiased estimator. If you want to make variance as an unbiased estimator, this is useful. What is biased estimator? What is unbiased estimators? I will discuss. This lecture may not permit me to discuss estimators. Let me repeat it again. How can I repeat? The reason is to make the variance, that is S square, as the unbiased estimator. This is due to degrees of freedom. This also I will discuss. What is degrees of freedom? In my future lectures I will discuss. Since we already know the value of mean, yes Jesse, we know already x bar is mean, we lost 1 degree of freedom. That's why we are dividing by n minus 1. This is a beautiful justification. So it's very important whenever you find the sample variance in the denominator, there should be n minus 1, isn't it? So here is the variance is 2 lakh some 21,000 maybe 88.67, some value you are getting, isn't it? Anyway, let me proceed. Just why are we let me say like this, why we have to study the standard deviation? Because standard deviation gives an it gives an indicator of financial risk. Higher the standard deviation is more risk. Less standard deviation means less risk. In quality control context, generally when we manufacture something by plant A and plant B, or shift A or shift B, whenever the variance is less, then the quality of the product is high, the process capability is also high. Less variance means process capability is high. Anyway, this theory you can understand for comparing the populations. This is useful. I can say household income of 2 cities, whenever there is a less standard deviation, so that is having higher homogeneous data. This is simple. Anybody can understand that simple statement. Just see here. Look at mu and sigma values. What is my mu value here? This is 15%. Both, let me say like this. Look at mu and sigma. See, it is the financial security. This A is financial, that B is security. See the returns 15%. What is the returns? 15%. Both financial is having 15% returns. Security is also having 15%. Both are giving equal returns. Look at the sigma. That is standard deviation. Because in financial context, it is measured as a risk. It is measured as a risk. First one is 3%, just see the standard deviation. Second one is 7%. So security is having high risk. Security means B is having high risk. Why? Because it has got more standard deviation. So always we go for where there is a less standard deviation. Here 3% is less than 7%. You must go for financial, isn't it? This is simple example you can understand. In my next lecture, that is in lecture number 86, we will try to calculate these with the help of Python programming language. Thank you very much.